Algae as an environmental monitor. So first, we need to know two words, which are biomonitor and also bioindicator. These two words are quite similar and also sometimes used interchangeably to refer to any organism used to monitor environmental changes. However, by definition, these two words are quite different. So for bioindicator or biological indicator, it refers to any organism whose function, population or status can reveal the qualitative status of the environment. While for biomonitor or biological monitor, it is an organism that provides quantitative information on the quality of the environment around it. So what's important here is bioindicator, it reveals the qualitative status, while biomonitor, it provides quantitative information. So for qualitative status, which it refers to the quality of the environment. So based on the organism, we can know either the environment is clean or polluted. But for biomonitor, we can also know if the environment is clean or polluted based on the organism. But based on that organism too, we can use to quantify. So meaning we can use to calculate the degree of pollution. So that's the differences between biomonitor and also bioindicator. So biomonitor we can use to calculate, and bioindicator we only use to see the quality of the water or of the environment. So algae as an environmental monitors, algae is used to monitor environmental change by changes in the algal community composition, and they are frequently used in biomonitoring of surface waters because that's where algae usually lives. And algae, why use algae? Because algae have a very good sorption characteristics. They can absorb nutrients and metals from their environment quite well. They adapt very well to various environments. They are widespread, higher number of diversity. They are sedentary, which means they can be easily collected and identified. They have a rapid reproduction rate and also it's extremely brief life cycles, and they are easily and affordably cultivated. So algae as a bioindicator, as I explained earlier, we can use this organism to quantify the quality of the environment. So for example is eutrophication, and example of eutrophication is red tide, usually caused by dinoflagellates. And there is for example is the Cochlodynium bloom in Sepanggar Bay, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. So based on this, if we see the red tide, we know that the water is polluted or high in nutrient. So the Cochlodynium is a bioindicator for polluted water. And also example of other algae that can use as a bioindicator is diatoms. So diatoms are frequently used to evaluate water quality and also drinking water because they exist in a wide range of ecological conditions, colonizing almost all suitable habitats. So they can thus provide multiple indicators of environmental change. Next is the saprobic system. So in saprobic system, the environment is divided into zones. So for this, I will only explain three of the zones, which are the polysaprobic zone, the mesosaprobic zone, and also the oligosaprobic zone. So for the polysaprobic zone, this zone have a large amount of decaying organic matter, and also they have a large amount of nutrient, meaning that they are polluted. An example of an algae that lives in this polysaprobic zone is the Pinularia biceps. The mesosaprobic have moderate amount of organic waste. An example of algae is the Diplonace ovalis, and also the oligosaprobic zone, which has the least amount of organic waste, meaning that the environment is clean. An example is the Fragillaria capucina. Next, we will go into algae as a biomonitor. So, as I explained earlier, a biomonitor is used to quantify the environmental quality. So we can calculate the quality, the degree of pollution. So the diversity, we use diversity and similarity indices to estimate biological quality through the structure of the community. So for example, it's the Shannon-Venus Diversity Index. So based on this index, as you can see, there are the formula in the presentation. So if the index is more than 3, it is class 1. It is class 1 environment, and also the condition is clean water quality. And if the index is 1 to 3, it is class 2, and its condition is of moderate quality. And if it is less than 1, it is class 3, and the condition is highly polluted. There are also many other indices that can be used, such as the algal genus or species pollution index, the Carlson's trophic state index, and also the Palmer's index, and also the NIGAT's index. And that's all from me.